How to get startup money for a business. Great question. You've come to the right video. My name's Brando Linick. Welcome. And there's really only two different approaches that you can take when it comes to getting startup money, to start your own business. The first is the most common, and that's getting a loan, all right? And the second is not as common, but a little bit more difficult, and that's getting a grant. And I'll tell you, having gotten around a lot of people who have gotten loans and having seen what they've had to go through, I'm telling you, I'm warning you, before you strap that ball and chain to your leg, it can take you anywhere from 15 years to 20 years to 30 years to actually pay off that loan after you've started a business, depending on even if that business is profitable, all right? And that's something to be aware of, that's something to consider. And on the other side, the flip side, a grant, there's things you got to know. You got to be able to actually qualify to apply for a grant, because everyone's applying for grants because you don't have to pay it back. It's not expected that you pay it back. And because of that, there's certain qualifications that you have to actually, pass by in order to be able to apply. And even then, it can take you, when you're able to apply, you qualify to apply, it can take you from 6 to 12 months to get a response back, and it can take a very long time. So, those are things to be aware of, things to consider if you're serious about actually wanting to have, startup money, how to get startup money to start your own business. And, I'd advise you, if you're looking at those things, you're serious about wanting to do those things, like I can show you how to do them, I can point you in the right direction, but, my experience with this over the last, 3 to 4 years, 3 to 4.5 years, running online and offline businesses was really when I transitioned myself to an internet business going back 12 months ago. And it wasn't until that point I was able to create a full-time income working very part-time, very strategically, without the upfront investment of a traditional brick-and-mortar business, traditional small business. And because of that, it was very attractive to me. I actually found a guy on the internet who was running a business in a way that I wanted, and it was cool because he wasn't dealing with products, he wasn't dealing with employees, he wasn't dealing with equipment or any of that stuff. And I just started to model and copy him, and it really was what allowed me to create a full-time income working part-time. And if you're someone who's looking at getting startup money to start your own business because you want to have that leverage that running your own business, comes with, that flexibility that running your own business comes with, and being your own boss, I'm telling you, before you strap either ball and chain to your leg, either getting a grant because it can take a long time, or getting a loan which can take a long time to pay off, you seriously consider looking at the internet. It's very easy to get started in something, and it's very easy to get going once you know what you're doing. And the best way to skip over all the minutiae out there on the internet and kind of cut a clear path for you to get going is finding someone who's willing to help you. That's what I did 12 months ago. And if you're serious and you're willing to learn a few simple things, and this is of interest to you, in addition to this, getting startup money, for a startup business review, I'm going to throw this at you here, all right? And you can check out my website. It's 123marketingtips.com. Take a look at what I'm talking about here. Take a look at what I'm doing and how you can use the same principles, the same business model to go out there and get the results that you want on your time without any technical skills, no building websites or any of that stuff. And when you check out my site, I'll drop a link down below. It's 123marketingtips.com. You'll see two things. The first is a 4-minute video going through the ins and outs of how you can do this to get the results that you want. And after that, you'll see testimonials from people who I personally work with who've been able to do this to make their first $100 day online, their first $250 day online. Not guaranteeing you results, just sharing with you what's possible when you bring a work ethic and you're willing to learn. So if you're someone watching this, you've got a good work ethic, you're consistent, you're willing to learn, you want to be your own boss, and you're interested in doing it through the internet without going and getting a grant or getting a loan, then I can show you how to do that, and let's connect.